everyone, and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. So today we have my autumn winter capsule wardrobe video, which I have been so excited about filming. This time of year is my absolute favourite time for fashion, and I was getting so excited pulling out the pieces from my wardrobe to include in this video. So I believe I have 12 categories to talk through today. I've got more than 12 items on the rail because for some items I have a couple of different options to show you. But yeah, there are 12 overall, and then a few accessories which I will chat through at the end. But I'm going to start off with outerwear, and I am such a coat girl. Like, coats are my absolute weakness, and if there's one thing I absolutely could not live without in my autumn winter wardrobe, it is the wool coat. This one is a new in piece from Zara, so I'll be able to link it below, but I did forget to mention that anything that isn't current season, I will have alternatives linked in the description box too. But this piece just arrived this week, so definitely still available. And I have chosen to include this one because I find personally that because I wear black so much throughout the autumn winter, I tend to reach for my neutral coloured coats so much more than my black ones, because I really feel like they break up the outfit and just elevate the look overall. This one has definitely got a structured feel to it, so it definitely feels a little bit dressier, so it's perfect for like tailoring looks or throughout party season. I feel like this is going to be such a staple, and I'm someone who really likes to wear basic outfits in winter, and I like my coat to be my hero piece, and this one is just perfect for that. But then as an alternative, if you do find that a super light neutral coat might not be the most practical in your wardrobe, then I just briefly wanted to mention this one from Mango. They bring this out year after year. I've had mine like 4 or 5 years now, but they definitely still do it now. The only difference is that mine has the pockets at the front, whereas the current season one, they are at the side. But it's a beautiful quality wool coat. Mine still looks perfect even though I have worn it so much. This one is more unstructured than the previous, so it definitely lends itself more towards casual outfits as well. But yeah, it's just a really great all-rounder coat in a very autumnal colour. And then the next outerwear piece I think is essential to particularly an autumn capsule wardrobe is of course the trench coat. This one is Massimo Dutti. I have had it a few months now, so I'm not sure if it will still be available, but if not, I will definitely leave some alternatives linked. I really like this one because it is a slightly darker tone, so it really lends itself towards autumn and winter outfits. It's also quite an oversized fit, which I really like because it means I can layer up underneath this, which means I'm able to get the most out of my trench coat right up until like December, when it starts to get really, really cold. And then the final outerwear piece is the black blazer, which I am sure you all have in your wardrobe already. It goes without saying that this is an absolute staple. You can very easily dress this down with jeans and a t-shirt, or with a thin roll neck as the weather gets colder. But you can also dress this up over the top of dresses, or any of your like date night or party wear outfits. Now I actually have a new one to show you. This was very kindly sent to me by a gorgeous French brand called Rose Paris. I think this is 100% wool, and it feels absolutely gorgeous quality. It's kind of an oversized fit, but not too oversized, which I love. And then it's just got these front pockets here, which I think are a lovely detail. So yeah, I know I'm going to be styling this up so much throughout autumn and winter. Moving on to tops, and the classic white shirt has been included in all of my capsule wardrobe videos so far. So of course I wear this a lot in autumn as well. This one is from Arket, and I really love it because it has slightly wider sleeves, which I just think elevate it a bit and give it a little bit more of a modern feel. Now this in autumn I would just wear on its own with some jeans and either a wool coat or a trench coat. But as it gets colder, I love a white shirt layered underneath a chunky knit, paired with like leather leggings and boots. I think that is such a good go-to casual look. And the shape of this one really lends itself well for layering. And then I would also include a long-sleeved t-shirt in my capsule wardrobe. I was thinking about including a white t-shirt as well, but now we're like halfway through autumn, I don't really reach for them that much anymore. I definitely do at the start of the season, but now it's getting colder, I definitely reach for my long-sleeved tees a lot more. I included this one from Massimo Dutti in my spring capsule wardrobe, I think. So it is a good few months old now, but I will definitely be able to find something similar to link. Now I always say when it comes to t-shirts, definitely opt for something that is a heavyweight cotton, just because it looks so much more expensive. So yeah, I love this one, and it's such a go-to piece for me, paired with jeans, a blazer or a wool coat for a really easy casual look. And then before we move on to some knitwear, the final top I wanted to mention is the one that I am wearing. I think it's really handy to have a slightly dressier top in your wardrobe for this time of year. I feel like there's always kind of events and drinks coming up, so this is going to be perfect to pair with lots of different trousers throughout the season. This one is from Pretty Lavish, and I absolutely love this neckline. It's got a slightly curved neck, and then you've got these gorgeous puff sleeves with the bow detail at the bottom. This is beautiful quality, and I just feel like it's a really easy one to style. Perfect for date night, and I think it would also work really well layered up with any of the outerwear pieces I have shown you. Moving on to knitwear, and the first piece is definitely a staple in my wardrobe, and that is the ribbed thin knit. Again, this one is Pretty Lavish. It isn't wool or cashmere, but it is a super soft ribbed knit. And what I really like about this is that it has a high neck, but it's not a roll neck. I feel like because my face is quite round, I don't really suit a roll neck. I feel like you've got to have a really nice bone structure for that. But for me, this is the perfect neckline. It also has slightly fluted sleeves, which I think is a nice design detail. And I definitely think it's worth having a few of these in your wardrobe, maybe a couple of different styles. I definitely do want to order a couple of cashmere staples from Lily Silk, because I just wear them on rotation throughout autumn and winter. And I do think this would make a really good workwear piece as well. So the next category is wool and cashmere jumpers. And again, I think it's useful to have a couple of these at least in your wardrobe to cover you for like every single outfit. This first one is from COS. It is 100% cashmere, and it is just so beautifully soft. I would absolutely live in this jumper if I didn't have a whole room of other clothes, because it is just that beautiful. It's very, very simple in its design, just a classic crew neck. Quite an oversized fit, but because it is quite a thin knit, it means you can tuck it into trousers without it being too bulky. It also works really nicely worn untucked as well, because it is a little bit longer. And yeah, it's just the softest thing ever, so it was definitely a welcome addition to my winter wardrobe. And then the second knit is a wool knit from H&M. This one is definitely a lot chunkier, so it isn't one that I would tuck in. I think this works really nicely layered up with my white shirt, or just worn on its own with leather leggings and boots, and then a wool coat. I've opted for this striped one because I'm just really loving stripes at the minute, but to be honest, I think this is such a classic print. It comes back year after year, so this is definitely one I'm going to be reaching for years to come. And then the final knitwear style I wanted to chat through is jumper dresses. These might not be an essential for everyone, but for me, I reach for them so much throughout autumn and winter, so I thought I would include them in my capsule wardrobe. This one is a new in piece in my wardrobe from H&M, and it is a mini style, so it works perfectly with tights and knee-high boots. And this is the style of jumper dress that I would reach for on a Sunday to wear for a Sunday roast at the pub, or if you were going on a countryside staycation. I feel like this will be perfect to pack with you, or for like any lunch dates or slightly dressier but still casual occasions. And then the second style of dress I reach for so much throughout autumn and winter is the knit midi dress. Now, if you are in the market for a knit dress, then definitely go to Pretty Lavish, because they just do so many gorgeous styles and they are always gorgeous quality. This Bordeaux one they do in a good few colours, and they bring this back year after year. It's the perfect piece for date night or for any dinner events, and I think you could also dress this one up throughout the Christmas period, maybe with some sparkly earrings or sparkly shoes. And again, I just think it works so nicely with the tones of the outerwear pieces on the rail. Moving on to trousers, and the first category is my faux leather trousers, which, if you know me, if you know my style, you will know that I wear these so much throughout winter. So I have some faux leather leggings and also some straight leg leather trousers to show you. My straight leg trousers are from Abercrombie, and they do the best faux leather trousers. I have a couple of styles from them, but I'd say that these ones have been the ones that I have reached for the most. They are called the 90s straight ultra high rise, and the length of these is so good because you can definitely wear them with trainers or with heeled boots or with heels as well. So they are definitely a versatile style, and they come in a good few different leg lengths as well. I also really like that the hardware on these ones is black, because I just think it goes with so much more. And I do wear these so much, either dressed up or dressed down throughout winter. And then my leather leggings are another staple. I don't wear these as much in autumn, but as we come into winter, I wear these non-stop because they look great with like chunkier boots. And again, with like chunky knits, they work so well. These ones are from Topshop and they are years old. I actually need to replace these because they have started to like peel a little bit in some places, although I'm not surprised because I have worn them so much, and I do find that Topshop do some really good faux leather leggings. I also think these are so handy to have if you have a dog. I wear these all the time on dog walks because obviously with them being faux leather, they are wipe clean, so I find they don't get very dirty, and they are also fleece lined, so they keep your legs really toasty throughout the colder months. And then of course I had to include some denim as well. In autumn and winter, I tend to reach for my like darker mid-wash jeans a lot more. This pair is probably my favourite. They are from Everlane, and I think these are, yeah, they are the 90s cheeky jeans. They're such a nice style, and they have a really vintage feel to them. And they're kind of like a mom kind of fit, but not too tight, so they work perfectly with heeled boots, but then also of course with loafers as well. I really like the wash on these. I think it adds to that vintage feel, and paired with the striped knit, I feel like it gives a really Parisian vibe to an outfit. And then you definitely need a couple of pairs of tailored trousers in your autumn capsule wardrobe, especially if you work in an office environment. But even if you don't, I feel like these are such a chic chic and elevated piece to have in your wardrobe. So the first pair are from Arket. They're actually the exact same style as the ones I am wearing today, but these ones are obviously the brown version. Now these are a slightly longer leg. I'd say they are a straight leg, slightly wide-ish, but not really, and they are high-waisted. Now these are the pair that I would wear slightly more dressier, either with heels or heeled boots. They do also work with a flat, but because I am only 5'2", I do have to roll them over once at the bottom. Black trousers are another piece that are essential in my wardrobe, although I didn't really think about how I would be holding up so many black items and wearing a fully black outfit. You're not really getting a great feel of what the pieces look like, but hopefully you will be able to tell the styles in the cutaways. I was actually going to include the Arket trousers in the black as well, but I thought I would show you these ones from H&M because you will know, if you've seen my videos before, how much I wear these. I literally wear them all the time, and I have probably like 4 or 5 colours now. They are $19.99 and they are such a good quality pair of trousers. They're quite a thick weave, so they're not going to crease. And again, they are the perfect material for winter. And then the final piece of clothing before we move on to some footwear and accessories is a midi skirt. I wasn't sure whether to include a satin, a knitted, or a faux leather midi skirt, but I decided that this one was the one to include because it's the one that I wear the most often throughout autumn and winter. It's from Because of Alice, and I just love it so much. This style is really different and it just adds something extra to the outfit. It also has a slit up one leg, so it means that it works perfectly with knee-high boots. And I think this is just a really handy dressy piece to have in my wardrobe. So I get questions so often about footwear, and I thought it would be useful to chat through the 5 footwear staples I think you need in your autumn winter wardrobe. And I also thought I would chat through what styles of trouser I would wear with each of them. So first up we have the leather heeled ankle boots. These ones are new from & Other Stories. I'm not actually sure if I'm going to be keeping them because I do have a really similar pair, so I'm not sure I can justify it, but they are gorgeous quality, a really manageable heel height, and they have a tapered square toe, which is definitely my favourite kind of shape for a boot. Now these ones I would wear with any of the trousers that I've mentioned, except probably leather leggings or the midi skirt. But any other style, I think these will work perfectly. So with your jeans, your tailored trousers, or straight leg leather trousers. Next up we have the flat boot. Now I have a chunky pair which are a few years old from Zara. If you don't like chunky boots, then you could definitely find something with a slimmer sole. But I personally really like these and I get so much wear out of them. Now styling wise with these, I'd probably only pair them with the leather leggings, which is why I get so much wear out of leather leggings throughout the winter, because obviously heel boots are not as comfortable as flat boots. Sometimes they can work with a jean, depending on like the shape and where they sit. Sometimes that does work and I will wear that. But as a general rule of thumb, I think, especially because these are so chunky, they work best with a slimmer trouser. And then the final pair of boots I wear all the time are my knee-high boots. Now these ones are my absolute staple knee-high boots. They're from a brand called Carrel Paris, and they are such nice quality leather. They're definitely on the pricier side, so I will leave some similar alternatives links. But I love the fact that they have the block heel, definitely a manageable heel height, and probably even easier to walk about in than the like stiletto style heeled boots I showed you before. They've got a classic round toe, and these just go with so much. Especially with me being petite, I wear them all the time because of that heel, and I feel like styling knee-high boots is pretty self-explanatory, but of course these go with anything that is shorter in length, like your jumper dresses or like shorts, like leather shorts, mini skirts, that kind of thing, especially styled with some tights for the winter. I love that kind of look. But I also wear these with my leather midi skirt. Anything with like a slit up the leg, these work so well with. I would also style them with a knit midi dress. Probably not the one I showed you from Pretty Lavish because that is a tighter fitting one, but anything looser fit, I will reach for these for sure. And then as a second option, I wanted to show you a pair of flat knee-high boots. These are actually brand new from H&M, they just arrived this week, and they are more of like a riding boot style with this gold buckle detail. The sole isn't like too chunky or thick, and they're a really nice shape. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep these because they do cut off like midway through my knee, and obviously I feel like they'd be more flattering if they finished just below my knee. So I think I might have to return these, but I just wanted to give them a mention because they're such a nice style, and they were a really reasonable price for like a real leather pair of boots. Next up we have loafers, which I wear to death throughout autumn. Not so much in the winter, but then they do come back out again when it gets to spring, so definitely a good staple to have. Mine are And Other Stories, and I've definitely spoken about these on my channel before, so I will leave them linked. And for loafers, you want to pair them with anything that is ankle length, so tailored trousers that cut off at the ankle, or like mum jeans, straight leg jeans, that kind of thing. These work really well with. And then the final pair of shoes I would include in my capsule wardrobe is a pair of trainers. Now if you watch my videos or follow me on Instagram, you will probably know that I'm not the biggest trainer girl. I'm not always buying new styles. I normally just have one pair that I will go to that just like do the job. These ones are New Balance. I prefer a chunkier trainer. I'm not like a massive fan of these because they are very white. I kind of wish they had some darker tones in there somewhere. But they definitely do the job and come in very handy for casual outfits. Now styling wise with these, I don't love jeans with trainers. I know other people do, so that's just personal preference, but I usually wear these with like longer tailored trousers, like these Arquette ones or the brown Arquette ones. And then otherwise I would wear them with my straight leg leather trousers for a casual outfit. Moving on to bags, and these are the two styles I think are really useful to have and are going to work with all of your outfits. The first one being the black crossbody bag. This is the Celine Triumph in the medium size, and I got this back in February and I have got so much wear out of it. Obviously it was a pricey purchase, but I'd wanted it for so long and thought about it for so long, and I definitely made the right choice because it's just the perfect size everyday bag. I can fit all my essentials in here and it looks so good paired with all of my autumn winter outfits. You'll notice I do also have the belt as well. This belt is again another one of my capsule wardrobe pieces. You definitely don't need a Celine one, but I just think a belt really finishes off a look and brings it all together. I definitely don't wear them at the same time, but I found that both have been such good staples in my wardrobe. And then I also think it's useful to have a slightly more like midi style bag for those days where you do have a lot to carry. And this one from Demelia London is perfect in my opinion. It definitely gives me like a Mares, Kelly, Birkin vibes with the like gold clasp closure, which I also think looks really nice worn open. But I think this shape with the wings at the side is just so unique. It also has a crossbody strap, although to be honest, I mostly just carry it like this. And for me, this is just like the perfect size on those days where I do have a little bit more to carry. It does also come in a bigger size as well, and lots of different colours. And yeah, it's just such a beautiful quality bag which works with so many different neutral outfits. And that brings me to the end of my autumn winter capsule wardrobe video. That is a mouthful. I felt like I was really speeding through that because I was just trying to keep it as condensed and short as possible, but hopefully I covered everything and hopefully you found it useful. Like my previous capsule wardrobe videos, I will be styling the outfits for the cutaways just with the pieces on the rail, so you can see how these pieces work together to create lots of different outfits. But thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you thought, and if you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. And I will hopefully see you in my next video.